Yo, what's good, Jets Nation? This is Jets Media, and in this video, I'll be breaking down day 4 of Jets training camp and bring you guys all the latest injury updates, who is shining, who is struggling, and a bunch of hidden gems. And I already made 3 episodes of this series already on Jets training camp, and you guys are loving it, killing it in the comments and likes. So I'm assuming you guys want to see more from this. And if you guys want to see me break down training camp, let me know in the comments. Yesterday was another day of practice, but it was just a walkthrough day. There was no pads on, so I don't want to make a video based on nothing because there was no plays that happened. There was no injuries. There was really nothing to report about. So that's why today I'm bringing you guys the up-to-date news on Jets training camp. And for those guys that do not know who I am and what my name is, because my name is not Jets Media, obviously. I just refer to myself as that because it's my Jets YouTube channel. My name is Richie. Last name is Malora. Just to, connect to my subscribers so you guys who I am as a person. My name is not Jets Media. It's Richie. So if you guys want to refer to me or think to me as that, of course, you can check me out on Instagram. My personal Instagram is Richie Malora. So yeah, if you're interested in that, check me out. Before I hop into this video, I just want to let you guys know I'm going live tonight at 9:30 p.m. It will be the episode 2 of the AFC East Roundtable. It will be me, a Dolphins, Bills, and Patriots YouTuber, us 4 on live stream debating football. So I need all Jets fans in the comments hyping me up, defending Jets Nation, because last week we had a debate on the Dolphins guys channel, and it was really heated. There was a lot of people. It was mostly Dolphins fans, so I need all Jets fans in the comment section this live stream tonight at 9:30. I'll leave the link down below. It's already on my channel, so if you guys want to wait there and set a reminder so you guys know that I'm live. With that being said, let's jump right into what happened today in Jets training camp. So to start off with the injury update, it's nothing really new happened besides one player went down today with an injury who was a backup tackle, and Connor McDermott. He has a knee injury. He will be getting an MRI. And same as the other days with the other guys that are not practicing, guys like Denzel Mims, Cameron Clark, Kafusi, Pierre Desir, Brian Poole, James Burgess, and Jabari Zuniga. So it's unfortunate we have a lot of players out and not practicing, but Gase said that hopefully next week they'll have a lot of players back. And a big reason why they did not practice yesterday and they only did a walkthrough is because they're dealing with a lot of soft tissue injuries and they want to get these guys back on the field as soon as possible. So yeah, that does it for the injuries. Going into the positives of today's training camp. So Chris Hogan's first day of practice, he officially became a New York Jet today, and he worked with the second team. So it's good to see that he's on the field because we know this whole situation with COVID. We don't know if he was going to be on the team yet, how it's going to work out because he had to pass his physical and take a COVID test. So it's good to see that he's on the field because, this wide receiving corps is really hurting with injuries. So it's good to see him on the practice field for him to learn the system, and hopefully he can make an impact and provide depth for this team. And so going into some of the plays that happened today. So there was an 80-yard touchdown, Sam Darnold to Breshad Perriman. It was just a quick slant, and Breshad Perriman beat Arthur Millette. And what did Greg Williams do? He pulled Arthur Millette immediately out, and he subbed him in, I think, with Quincy Wilson. So that just gives you a little taste of Greg Williams' coaching style. If you get beat, if you do not play well, you are getting completely thrown out of the game and substituted out because he's, trying to coach these guys up, because that's the one thing that's a problem with his Jets team is the cornerbacks. Pierre Desir is our CB1. He's not even playing. He's not even practicing. So who's going to be alongside Pierre Desir? We don't know yet. So it's good to see Breshad Perriman take a 80-yard touchdown just from a slant, because Sam Darnold really never had that type of receiver where you can just dump him off like a 5-yard, 7-yard pass and then he takes it to the house. Sam Darnold never really had that explosive playmaker that can do that for him. And it's good to see him do that in practice. Hopefully that can transition into games, because I think Breshad Perriman has a chance to really solidify himself as this Jets #1 target on the perimeter. And he's really generating a lot of chemistry with Sam Darnold. Adam Gase actually said, quote, after practice today, seems like Perriman and Darnold have good chemistry very quickly. And Sam Darnold said this on Breshad Perriman: he's super explosive, a big dude as well, everything you want in a receiver. So obviously Breshad Perriman is really impressing people every single practice. He's solidifying himself as I am the best receiver on this team besides Jameson Crowder. More or less, I'm the best receiver on the perimeter. He's a big dude. He is speedy. He can explode. He's good at in and out of cuts, good route runner. So this is a good chance for Breshad Perriman to solidify himself. Can he be consistent all throughout the year? Can he carry on from his 4 games at the end of last year on the Bucs, who he completely lit it up when Mike Evans and Chris Godwin went down? As you guys know, Breshad Perriman, as the #1 target on the Bucs, on a small sample size, he looked like a really good receiver. So I'm really excited. Hopefully, Breshad Perriman can be healthy all season because I think he's going to put up a lot of big numbers on this Jets offense. Moving on to another positive, the tight end group. Ryan Griffin is still not playing. Well, he's out with an injury, and Daniel Brown's not playing. But Chris Herndon and Trevon Wesco are getting all the first-team reps, and they're getting a lot of playing time and a lot of targets. Chris Herndon had another one-handed catch. Trevon Wesco had a diving catch. Adam Gase is raving about his tight ends. He's saying he loves this group. I think the tight end group is going to get a lot of high volume targets. They're going to be involved, especially if this wide receiving group is not healthy and they're not playing well. I think this I think this tight end group is really going to elevate this offense, and I think they're going to be like Sam Darnold's number one target. I think Chris Herndon is going to be Sam Darnold's number one target throughout the entire season if he's healthy, because we saw what Sam Darnold did his rookie season with Herndon. We saw what he did the sophomore year with Ryan Griffin, and I'm excited to see what this tight end group can do. I think Trevon Wesco has a chance to develop as well. He's a bigger dude. He was more of a run-blocking tight end, but he's developing into a receiving tight end, so that's a good sign. There's a lot of depth, especially when Ryan Griffin comes back. Herndon, Ryan Griffin, Trevon Wesco, those are three quality tight ends, and I'm excited to see what they can do. Another thing who is getting first-team reps, wide receiver Jeff Smith. I mentioned this in my previous videos, but he had a touchdown at the end of training camp today. Sam Darnold improvised, rolled out to his right, and he found Jeff Smith on an out route, according to the reporters. So it's good to see Jeff Smith trying to develop. He's a guy that has an interesting story. Former quarterback, transitioned to wide receiver, undrafted rookie, and he's a speedy guy. He got elevated from the practice squad last year on the game against the Ravens, and then he battled an injury and was out all season. So he really does not have experience, but Adam Gase loves him, so hopefully he can develop and really provide depth, because we don't know. He's a big question mark. It's really scary that Jeff Smith is taking first-team reps because he's such an unknown. He's such a wild card. He's a speedy guy. He can be a running back. He can be a receiver. He can play in the slot. He's versatile, but like I said, he is not a guy that's established, so he's a big wild card. I'm hoping he's not starting week one, but that's a guy that is taking first-team reps, so it's a guy to look out for. And this is my favorite part about today, who I want to talk about. This is the matchup to watch throughout the entire training camp. Jordan Jenkins versus Mekhi Becton. And we saw all throughout training camp for this week, it's going to be Jordan Jenkins versus Makai. The New York Jets provided us with this video from training camp. This is credits to all New York Jets media. Not me, obviously. The New York Jets social media team provided us with this video of them working out together. Jordan Jenkins posted a picture saying, wow, Mekhi Becton makes me look small out there because he's so big. And then you see Mekhi Becton comment, like, thank you for getting me better. I can't wait. And then Jordan Jenkins replies, let's get to work. Like, that's really awesome, because I think Jordan Jenkins is going to make Mekhi Becton develop, because today actually reports happened that Jordan Jenkins threw Mekhi Becton to the ground. So it was kind of like a wake-up moment for Mekhi Becton, like, welcome to the NFL, rookie. You're not just going to come here and dominate. You're going to get like beat up by these NFL veterans. And for Jordan Jenkins to go against a huge guy like Mekhi Becton, it's only going to help Jordan Jenkins out. And Mekhi Becton to go against a guy like Jordan Jenkins who wants to develop, and they're just like have that really healthy competition. There's a video that I just showed you guys. Jordan Jenkins went by him, and then you see at the end he pats Mekhi Becton on the helmet. Like he's trying to develop. He wants to get Mekhi Becton better, and that's a really good thing. Another thing that I like is Alex Lewis is attached to the hip of Mekhi Becton all throughout camp, and Mekhi Becton actually said in an interview, Alex Lewis is helping him tremendously with the playbook. He's helping him out with, because this is his second year in the system. So Alex Lewis is the guy that's going to really make Mekhi Becton understand the Adam Gase offense. And then a guy like George Fant is in his ear as well. He's the one that's really going to help him out with his technical sound stuff, the offensive line tackle, what you need to do fundamentally and stuff. So it's good to have those two veterans in his ear. One of them, Alex Lewis, with the playbook, and two, George Fant, helping him out with like the logistics of playing the tackle position. So those are two veterans that are helping out Mekhi Becton a lot in his development. And it's good to see those two guys helping out Makai, because Makai is a big wild card for this Jets team. He's a rookie. He's going to be playing left tackle, and he's going to get beat a lot in pass protection and run protection. He's not going to be dominant right away. He's going to have plays where he pancakes people, but he's also going to get beat. So it's going to be interesting to see how he develops, and I'm really excited to see. And I like how Jordan Jenkins and Mekhi Becton have that healthy competition. Another player that Mekhi Becton is going against a lot is Quinnen Williams, who is in incredible shape. So Mekhi Becton said that going against guys like Quinnen Williams and Jordan Jenkins are only going to help him out in the long run. And then going into some negatives in training camp, The cornerbacks are struggling. Pierre Desir is out with a hamstring injury. He's not practicing. And then Arthur Millette got beat today. They subbed him in with Quincy Wilson. So they don't really have a solid starting position on the cornerback. We don't know who's starting alongside Pierre Desir. And Pierre Desir is not even practicing, which is not good. So I don't know who's going to be starting. Arthur Millette is playing with the first team. He got beat. He got pulled out. Bless Olsen. There's a lot of substitutions. It feels like Greg Williams is trying to see who's playing well. There's not like a bona fide number one, number two guy that's starting. And also Brian Poole's out with dehydration. It's not really too concerning. Last year he dealt with the same thing, and they're just really being precautionary. Brian Poole entering his second year in the system. I'm not too worried of him not practicing, but hopefully he can get hydrated and get back on the field. So yeah, cornerback struggling is a negative. And another negative is wide receivers injuries. So yeah, I mentioned this as well. Denzel Mims is out. Vincent Smith out for 5 to 8 weeks. Hopefully Denzel Mims can come back next week. He's week to week with a hamstring injury. I'm just hoping it doesn't linger, and I'm hoping he's ready week 1. And I'm also hoping he can get on the practice field because he needs as many reps as possible. We do not have a number 2 receiver alongside Breshad Perriman on the perimeter. We have Breshad Perriman on the outside, Jameson Crowder on the slot. We don't know who's going to be on the outside. I'm really hoping it's Denzel Mims, but he needs to get healthy, so that's another big negative. And then another negative is the O-line needs to build their chemistry really fast. All 5 new guys, brand new to the team. Alex Lewis is the only guy returning, but he was not a day 1 starter last year. So these 5 guys, Mekhi Becton at left tackle, Alex Lewis at left guard, Connor McGovern at center, Greg Van Roten at right guard, and George Fant at right tackle. These 5 guys are playing together for the first time. And for an offensive line to succeed in the NFL, it's more or less not individual talent. It's not like I'm good at this and this. It's all about chemistry. It's all 5 guys being on the same page and playing as one collective unit. And that's what's going to make or break this team. I think it's unfortunate that this offseason had to work out this way, because if the Jets had regular OTAs and been working out together since, March and June, May and June, it would be a way easier transition. But since it's 5 brand new guys working together and they only have 4 weeks to get ready for week 1, it's going to be really hard. And I'm not expecting this offensive line to come out there and dominate right away. That's just completely unrealistic. I think that they're going to build on each game throughout the year. And I'm hoping by week 5 or week 6, they have that chemistry and they can really solidify themselves as an average offensive line, because we need them to open up holes for Le'Veon. We need them to protect Sam Darnold in order for this offense to really flourish. So yeah, those are some negatives. And yeah, so that really does it for the training camp report. If you guys want to see more of this, please leave a comment down below and let me know what your guys' thoughts of today's training camp. Who you guys expecting to really take that next step in the season? I'm looking at guys like Chris Herndon and Breshad Perriman. These 2 guys are really flashing in training camp on the offensive side of the ball. And on defense, Marcus May is solidifying himself as the best player on this defense. He's that leader. I'm expecting him to have a huge role, especially with Jamal Adams gone. And we saw a guy like Ashton Davis who had a crazy backflip catch. He's such a crazy athlete that the Jets put on their social media. So yeah, it's really fun to have Jets football back. The one thing we need is the injuries. We need these guys to get healthy. So yeah, that really does it for this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the video. Leave the like button and hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. With that being said, let's go Jets, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.